Hey guys, Blade Bow Quest. Alright, it's about to turn March 2nd, so day 2 of Xbox, and you guys need to know what to do, how to level. So we're going to get into Xbox here real quick, and I'll show you a couple routes that you need to know. Alright, so we're here in Xbox. This is my Ranger. I don't want to hear anything about the costume. There are only 3 to choose from, okay? Alright, so we hit level 50 within about 6 hours of launch, and everything could have gone better. And that is very inspiring and great news for you. So, a couple of things that you want to be aware of. You're going to get more combat XP whenever you're in a group of 5 players. You're going to get less skill XP whenever you're in a group of 5 players. However, skill XP is largely based off of just getting rapid kills quickly alone. And then, the elites will also give added skill points, but those take a little bit longer. So skill points can be grinded later on once you're a higher level. So you don't really have to worry about that in the beginning. Combat XP, these aren't exact numbers, but the general gist of it is, if you kill an NPC solo, you're going to be getting 100% of what the NPC value is. If you have 2 people in your group, you're going to get between 60 and 70% per NPC you kill, but you're killing them twice as fast, right? Now, when you have 3 people in the group, XP drops down to about 50% per NPC that you kill, and you have 3 people killing it. So you got, allegedly, hopefully, up to 150% increased, capacity to level. And then for 4 and 5, the XP penalty does not drop further. So, you got 4 people, you're leveling 200% speed. You got 5 people, you're leveling at 250% speed. Now, this is if you're all in the same area, and you can see the little dots next to the names in your party. If ever you don't have 4 dots, then you're not getting full XP for the NPCs they kill, and they're not getting full XP for the NPCs that you're killing. So make sure that you stay in range. Whenever you're just starting off in Xbox, you're not going to have a whole lot of gear, right? So you basically just want to have 5 people roaming around killing the same groups, 5 people on a cluster of NPCs, another 5 people on the next cluster of NPCs. You just kind of go together. In Black Desert, there are very weird limited aggro abilities here. For years on PC, you could only aggro 8 NPCs. They upped it to 10 eventually. I think we're looking at 10 in the Xbox as well. So what you're going to need to know is basically how to do it all, right? Well, I recommend questing up until the end of the Ancient Stone Chamber. At least favorite part of the game. So basically, Ancient Stone Chamber, you're just going to go up there, you're going to talk to Eden. Whenever you're done with Eden, you're going to get a little speed boost for 60 seconds, and that's how you can get out of the cave quickly. And then it wants you to go all the way back and talk to Western Guard Camp Jarrett. But after you're done with Eden here, you can enhance, and that's all you really need on your character. If you want to go through the quest line, and you don't suffer from questlexia like I do, all the power to you, happy questing. You do get some money for it, so have fun. Anyway, as I talked about in my new player tips guide that I put out yesterday, if you haven't seen it, just the last video on my YouTube channel, you're going to want to go to Heidel, and you're going to talk to Ornelia, the arms dealer, by this fountain. You're going to buy a Styd weapon, S-T-Y-D. It is 20k. You can just, kill a couple random things. You're going to get 20k. It won't take you that long. Or you can start grinding without it and then come back. The nice thing is it has very high accuracy, and it has something like 20 or something, 20 AP around there. So anyway, so you're level 12, you got your little Styd weapon. First thing you're going to do is come over here. So this is Moretti Plantation. So each one of these is a farm. So you've got this farm, this farm, this farm. These are scarecrows, okay? So scarecrows, if you're in a group of 5, as you should be to level combat XP, you can start this at level 12, and you don't want to leave here until everyone is level 18, all right? You can stay to 19. It's not a huge problem. It will be easier to kill. So 18 to 19 is the range to leave. You don't want to leave at 17. All right, so remember, we're talking about groups of 5, best combat XP. After that, you're going to come over here to Al Rundy. You don't know what Al Rundy is, and you can't even see it. But there's a castle here. You just go south, and you're going to stay here from level 18 to level 22. Level 22 is nice. Basically, if you're fighting purple NPCs, you're going to have a minor penalty on XP from what they would be if they're red. However, it's still significant XP. And so if you have 5 people on them, your purples go down pretty quickly. Your loot is going to be a little bit limited fighting purples. So if you're more interested in loot while leveling up, which some people are, you just want to stay an extra level than what I'm saying in all of these spots. So you'd stay here until 19, and then you'd come over here and you'd stay here until 23, and then you just keep on going. So after Al-Rundi, and I'm trying to show you on the Xbox so you can get a feel for this map, because your map is going to have fog all over it. This is a clip from a TLDR 1 to 50 video I made today as well. It's nowhere as complete as the guide you're watching right now, but it will be linked in the description. It's 2 minutes and shows the routes without fog on the map, so that way you have it for your reference. There will also be a screenshot of all of this, so you just have it right next to you. These little swamps, starting right here, have a whole bunch of Fogans. So Fogans are great to kill. Again, level 22, unless you just want to stay and get all of your extra loot, which you probably don't want to do. So level 22, kill all these guys. You want to keep on moving west. You're going to hit a series of 4 different ponds, basically. By the time you get to this bottom pond, you should all be level 25. Okay, so stay together, level 25, and then come on down here to the Bloody Monastery. One of my favorite parts of the grind, actually. So this is a nice place to go. Bloody Monastery, you know, just it's a nice place to visit. There's a castle. You want to probably fight inside the castle grounds. If not the castle grounds, then down on the other side of the river, this whole area right here, this is all Bloody Monastery cultists, so you can kill them. Or, you know, there's that little castle I was talking about. Either way, good grind. And you can probably have 2, maybe even 3 groups throughout the whole area. So if it's contested, just kind of move away. Try not to build too much bad blood, you guys. Well, it's all just a game. Anyway, so stay here till you're level 28. And then come on over to this watchtower. But you're not going to go into the watchtower. You'll see really scary NPCs. You can play with those later if you want. Stay out here. Stay around the top. The red orcs are up here. And red orcs, not my favorite grind, but interesting for sure. Weird NPCs. So this is a good place from level 28 to level 31. Again, we're talking about 5-man groups. An alternative grind route to this, if this is camped in Bloody Monastery and you're just struggling and not really able to do it, up here, this is going to be an area that is not as contested, probably because I'm not first recommending it in my guide. No, that's not why. So this is an okay place. It's going to be a little bit higher than red orcs, so you could go here, you know, maybe at level 30 instead of level 28, and then you could stay actually until like level 35 or 36. So this would be an alternative. That's pretty good. If you want to go that route, you would just stay at Bloody Monastery until level 29, maybe hit red orcs real quick to 30, and then you can go up here and then get some extra space. Remember, you can always change channels, so don't panic if there's too many people there. Just swap channels. Okay, so this is the old Dandelion area and the Karudo Cave. There are Karudos all around this place up here. This is a fantastic spot to grind from level 31 to level 34. Again, stay to 35 if you want to get make sure all NPCs are dropping items and stuff. I don't think that's the priority though. So there you go, that's your option there. This next set of leveling is a little bit weird and not my favorite part of the grind. So if you look over here, this is basically a land of Walking Dead, right? You got your consecrated lands, there's contaminated people, they're zombies basically. And this would work from level 34 to level 38. So the way I like to grind is, I love the Chimera route. It's one of my favorite routes in the whole game. Super fun. And this, if you're going to do this route here, you're going to want to make sure that you don't go to Chimeras any earlier than level 38 and maybe 39. But 38 would be the absolute minimum, so this is a good 4-level grind spot. Your alternative here, which is a pretty good alternative, and actually the way that my grind group went, is after Karudo, so we stayed there to level 34. North of Florin, we have the Treants Owls. So there's a bunch of owls just living up in the forest, just hanging out. These guys are good. They're harder than the consecrated lands, so you know your whole group needs to have those stid weapons, at least 30 AP, 5 people fighting together. You won't have any problem at level 34. And here you would want to stay again to 38, but just the way the XP goes, these guys will be dark red around 38, 39, and you could stay and get level 39 here as well, and that would be fine because it's a little bit higher level. Another alternative to the consecrated land Al Treant area is this spot right here. So you're coming through Calpheon right here, right? So this area is a mine imp land, and these guys, these NPCs are basically like level 40 kind of things, or you know, high level 30s. So you could go here instead of owls if you wanted to, and it would be a little bit early to go here instead of consecrated lands. The only reason I'm even telling you about this, I don't grind here. It's fine, but I don't grind here. Is just whenever it's launch day, so many players are going to be out here that you guys are going to be like, there's 10 people on my one NPC, what am I supposed to do? So maybe, you know, if you jump to a little bit of a higher grind area, it's going to be more open and it'll balance out for you. I don't know your situation. Okay, so you've gone through Consecrated Land, or you've gone through the Owl Treants, and you're now level 38, and you're ready to go Blade Style. You're ready to finish up your level 50 grind. Chimeras would be a pretty solid place to go from level 38 to 45. It's just great XP. It's crazy. On PC with gear, I've gone from basically level 39 to 44 in under 10 minutes. So it's pretty crazy. You're not going to do that without gear. You're not going to do that in a group of 5. But if you're soloing with high IP, eventually, once you're leveling alts, Chimeras is going to be like your favorite grind. Yeah, just going to kind of wander up the path. And there are multiple Chimera grinds here. There's kind of like this path, if you can notice. I'm actually looking right at it. So you'll wander up here, and then there's like this little figure 8 that kind of goes around here, and you can actually just fall off the edge. So that works well. Now Marnie's lab does have a whole bunch of weird creations in here, and that's fine. They're maybe a level higher than Chimeras, so again, if Chimeras are camped, you could do this. There's a totally separate route of Chimeras down here. You guys following me? I'm just mousing around a gray map telling you what's happening. I don't know. But again, this is what your map's gonna look like in the beginning, right? So I don't know, you gotta kind of get a feel for it. So there are more Chimeras back here is the bottom line. So you have 3 different grind routes. All of those will take you to 45. At 45, a couple different options open up. So you have, I really turned my map a lot. Let's level it out again. Okay, so my favorite grind at level 45 is the Catfish. These are really cool. So this is the whole western shore right here. Catfish are great. 45 to 50 will be super fast. You're gonna have some fun. It's just exciting. There's a couple islands in the middle, so you can swim out there if you need to. You can lock those down. And there's a whole nother side of Catfish right here, but that's smaller. Groups of 5 can still work, but this definitely wouldn't work for 2 groups of 5. The alternative to Catfish, if you'd prefer, is Manchas. Ogres are going to take you too long, but whatever, it's a game. You want to try your hand at an ogre ring, have some fun. Either way, tons of Manchas up here, great XP, about the same as Catfish. A third option would be Rudum. So this is cool. These are gonna drop just a lot of pieces of gear and weird stuff like that. Well, you don't get as much gear from Catfish, for example. These guys are all the same level, so just take your pick: Catfish, Manchums, Rudums. I do prefer Catfish. It's just always been more fun for me. Rudums is probably going to be your best loot, and it's actually the majority of what we focused on when we did ours, and then we went to Catfish. I don't know, like level 47 or something after that. So either way, that's going to take you to level 50, so you're pretty good right there. Now, all of these spots, Manchas, Catfish, and Rudums, they're all going to work for level 51, and they're still going to work for level 52. But basically, at that point, you want to kind of start focusing on gear and getting away from combat XP. So a major pitfall of Black Desert players is that they overemphasize combat XP. It's just not that important. It just isn't. You can spend dozens of hours, hundreds of hours, and then thousands of hours to be one level higher than one other person, and it is such a minor, unnoticeable difference. You will just say, what on earth did I spend my time doing? Instead, if you spend your time basically focusing on skill points, so you split up your group of 5 after 50 or 51, however you guys want to do it, and then solo kill, get your AP up to, you know, 70, things like that. Some basic stuff. My AP is nothing right now, but some basic things you can do. You can actually get these Treants, not those are actually looted. These guys right here. So this version of the Treants, the root treant leaf earring. These are amazing. Good AP, very high accuracy. This stuff is awesome for the start of the game. We didn't have anything like this on PC. This is a much later update that for some reason we just got on Xbox, and it's OP. You guys gotta get these. So 24 accuracy. Back then we were basically trying to get a bear's necklace, trying to enhance a bear's necklace to try, just so we could have 10 AP and it would have 0 accuracy. And this thing you can buy from a vendor is much better than that. I'm not gonna talk too much about gear. This is really just about grind routes. We can do gear another time. Anyway, so where do you get these actual accessories that you will need is the arms dealer and Calpheon. So just right in here, he's gonna be chilling right exactly at that point. Okay, so lastly with leveling is level 51, you got your 70 to 100 AP, you've got your group 5, you want to keep going. You want to keep going to level 53, 54, and 55. So where do you go? This mountain cluster, it's called the Calpheon Shrine. The Calpheon Shrine is filled with these Shadow Wraith, really cool NPCs, one of my favorite spots to grind, just because they're awesome. The Serendia Shrine, these NPCs are also about this hard, so there's a whole separate shrine right here. This is where a world boss will spawn in the future. Okay, so anyway, Calpheon Shrine is one of the higher end grinds in the game. Yeah, right now for Xbox. So this would be a good 51 to 53 if you care about that. Abandoned Monastery is another great option. So you actually go down a little well. I learned from Moral on TV. I don't know if you've seen his channel yet, but he's great. He's got a lot of good guides. He instructed me that it does not take long to go down the well. So that's good. That is good. I felt like it did. Anyway, so you can go on down that well, and there's a whole bunch of NPCs. Those are going to drop marks of shadow. So that's a 5 AP ring, which is quite good. So that, or Calpheon Shrine, or Serenity Shrine, are your top tier grinds to get to 55 if you want to do it. I think that is not the way to go, but hey, whatever. We're playing a game. Have some fun. So real quick, last topic on combat XP. So I was the first level 60 warrior in North America. Grinded for like 6 weeks straight, 18, 20-hour days. It was crazy. And I was all excited, doing this thing. And I never re-rolled off of warrior after that because I spent so much time getting combat XP. I'm like, I'm so far ahead, and then Ninja came out. I was like, I can't possibly just throw all this away. Well, guess what? The current state of the game in PC, you can AFK level, you can interact with a training dummy, you can get combat XP AFK, and in 2 days of not playing at all, you can go from level 59 to level 60. So while I spent 6 weeks like combat XP, this is great, this is gonna give me the edge, I'm ahead of all these people, I can't re-roll because I've already invested so much. This game is gonna continuously make combat XP easier and easier and easier. It's gonna keep making silver easier and easier and easier. So get to level 50, 51, 52 if you want, whatever. Keep going if that's what's fun for you. But just know your hundreds of hours invested could have been spent getting skill points, which you'll always need more of. Remember, that's just killing as many NPCs as you can quickly, right around your level. Solo is best. Duo would also work if he's carrying his weight, and then it's significantly nerfed after that. So you never grind skill points in a 3, 4, or 5-man group. Alright guys, so now you have your guide on how to go from level 1 to 50 nice and quickly. So last couple tips that all new players are going to need to know is number 1, how to hide chat in Xbox. So it is left trigger. It is, you don't have to be swimming to do it. Left trigger, left on the D-pad here, and then right on the joystick. So that's going to hide chat, so you're all set there. For settings, you want to go down to general settings. The top camera effects is screen shake, motion blur, all that. You can crank that all the way down to 0. So I know this wasn't a short guide. I am uploading a 2-minute video where I'm very quickly showing all of the routes. So for people that don't have your attention span to learn as much as you learned, that video is out there for reference. There's also a link to a picture, so you can just use that. But one thing you do need to know is on the world map, if you actually hold Y and go back and forth in your D-pad, over on the right, you're going to be able to get to this monster setting that will show you all the icons on the map, so that way you can find them even in the fog. So if you have to solo, it's going to be fine, don't panic. It's just going to be a little bit slower than if you were grinding in a 5-man group, but all the same routes, every strategy still applies to solo. Also, if you hold in the right joystick and then pull that back, you're going to be able to increase your field of view, which is a pretty common question that I get all the time. So go ahead and do that. That should probably help your quality of life. I hope you guys leave a like on the video and maybe consider subscribing. I definitely tried to make this as high quality and give you the best information I possibly could. I am a live streamer over on twitch.tv/BladeBowQuest. I'll be streaming every day and really trying to get into this Xbox launch with you guys. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the video. If you guys have any other questions, maybe they'll make it into the next guide. Alright, thanks for watching and good luck getting to 50.